So remember that random lot that I bought last year? Well, here's all the crap that came in that box. Now you might be wondering why, I even decided to buy it in the first place. Well, I did it for a few reasons. One is an experiment. I wanted to, purchase a lot and see what it comes with, in terms of, are they good items, bad items? It said it was for repair, not tested, junk, etc. But some of these seem to be in good shape, just, maybe needing a cleaning or something like that. We'll obviously go over everything later. And yes, I did film this after the fact because I didn't want to have to put everything, take it out, film it, put it back in the box and all of that. So this will probably also be the thumbnail or some variation of it. There's all this stuff here. And so, like I said, as an experiment, I also wanted to use it so that I can kind of go over buying a lot and, pros and cons, because I want to ultimately do a vlog video about retro collecting and the processes that I use myself that I've learned over the years from others or on my own. And, I kind of wanted to have some footage for that as well. And I also got this lot just because of the fact that it came with a bunch of different stuff that might need to be fixed, and that can be good video content. People seem to like repair videos and refurb videos and things like that, so figured why not, especially if I can get some of the stuff in this pile working, if it isn't working, and possibly make some money off of it too, which is another reason why to get a lot. So, but in terms of the vlog that I plan to do in the future, part of it will cover lots and things like that. So yeah, so let's go ahead and pretend none of this stuff was unboxed. We'll go ahead and start unboxing everything next. Some of the items were packaged in Ziploc bags, so we'll just grab a random bag and go from there. Here's one. That's the dryer sheet I put in there to try and absorb some of the cigarette smoke. So we've got a set of earbuds. Probably never going to use them because that's gross. Next I've got this battery cover for something. I've got this clip here, almost looks like a belt clip. Okay, yeah, I think it is a belt clip of sorts. And this battery here, which looks like it goes into a GBA, and you plug in an AC adapter, which makes sense considering that you also get an actual AC adapter, AC-DC adapter. Let's see, 300 milliamp, 3 volt, and then there's a couple more in this bag too. A little beefier. Pelican, 3 volt, 200 milliamp. Color suggests it might be for a Game Boy Color or Pocket. And there's an identical one in there as well. Got a bag of random cables and stuff, so let's take a look in here. Let's see, we've got generic composite video cable, very thin, probably not great. Toss it to the side. Got an Intech car charger adapter for, looks like a DS. Yep. So we've got a car charger for a DS. Guess you could use it on your boat too if you have one. Let's see, we've also got a link cable for the GBA. Interesting, and it does have a spot to splice out of for additional Game Boys. Let's see. Another link cable, I'm assuming based on the color, for a Game Boy Color Pocket, and this can connect to a standard Game Boy or a Pocket. And yet another Y adapter type deal, although it feels like the coating on here is starting to break down because it's a little sticky. And another car adapter for, looks like Game Boy Color, Game Boy Pocket, and if I use that little battery pack converter, probably for the GBA as well. All right, let me push this to the side real quick so we can make some room, and we'll continue. All right, next Ziploc bag. Looks like we've got some games and discs and stuff. So, got a cover art for SeaWorld for the GameCube, Shamu's Deep Sea Adventures. I wonder if the game's in there or not. Got a copy of Tweety's High Flying Adventure for the Game Boy Color. And it's only Game Boy Color or higher because of the clear shell. Some sort of sticky residue. We can give that a test later. Got the manual for SeaWorld, so cool. And then we've got Dave Grusin, the Gershwin Connection for the CDI. I don't have a way to test this, really. Unless there's audio components on here that I can play. But it appears to be complete. Disc is in okay shape. Cursor movement. So basically just some old jazz and stuff. Not a huge fan of that. Like I said, I have no way of testing it anyway, so... we've got Shrek Treasure Hunt for the original PlayStation. 10 mini games to complete. Activities include fishing and tug of war. Looks like it's complete, though. It's got the manual. Disc is okay. There's no major scratches or anything. It's got to be clean. Inside cover. We can test that later. And 2 PSP. Oh, wait. Guess what? We got SeaWorld for the GameCube. No case, but everything else is there. We have 2 PSP games. Samurai Warriors State of War and Star Wars Battlefront. This, I'm guessing, is in line with all the different Warriors types games, like Hyrule Warriors and all that. There's the back of it. It's complete. Manual, UMD. Looks like it's in good shape. There's some tape on it. I'm wondering if the UMD itself split open at some point. But we can test that, as long as my PSP is charged. And Star Wars Battlefront Renegade Squadron. Fight classic battles anyway and anywhere you want. Also complete, UMD. Also has some tape on it. That's something we can test. And I think that is it for all the plastic bags. Everything else is just loose in the box. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll test some of these games out, at least the ones that I can, and we'll continue on. Okay, we're going to test Tweety since it's for the Game Boy Color. No corrupt logo, which means it should be good, but not playing otherwise. There we go. It's probably just dirty, so I need to clean the contacts up a bit. Oh, yeah, not going. Let me give this a quick cleaning, and then if I can't get it to work, we'll mess with it later. Alright, let's see if it works. And it does not, so something's up with this game. Now, this lot was quote-unquote untested for repair, blah, blah, blah. So that could be part of the reason why. Not too worried about it, because I'm not going to keep a lot of this stuff anyway. So, let's see about these PSP games here, although I'm pretty sure my PSP is probably not charged. Yeah, PSP is dead, so I gotta charge it. I'll let this PSP charge for a while, and we'll see if we can't get these games tested. Alright, the PSP is done charging, so let's test these games. Just trying to read the disc. Alright, so I'm having trouble getting this one to read. Not sure it's because of the tape or because of something else. Maybe it's my PSP. Let's try Samurai Warriors though, just in case. Oh, this one seems to be working fine. Yep, so this one looks like it's working just fine. I'll have to take a look at the Battlefront one. Maybe it's all the tape. I'll mess with it. Like I said, I'm not keeping these, so not too concerned. But yeah, it's working, so let me try the Battlefront one more time. Tried removing the tape, still doesn't seem to make a difference, so there's definitely something up with it. Not sure what. I've never had to actually try to fix a PSP disc before, so but there doesn't seem to be any scratches on the surface itself, so it's got to be something with that shell. But it is what it is, so alright, let's get on with the rest of the video. And continue looking in the box here. I do remember there being a lot of Skylander stuff in here, and there is, because we've got this... Whatever this is, I'm not really familiar with Skylanders, but it does seem to be sealed. And it's got these little things in here. Looks like we've also got the Spyro's Adventure manual. Looks like it's for PS3. I don't know if the game came with it or not, but we do have all of these neat little Skylanders figurines, though. For those not familiar, these are part of the whole Toys for Life that a lot of gaming companies were doing for a while, similar to Amiibos. These, I believe, required a special little stand reader, since the PS3 did not have NFC capabilities. Looks like that is it, though. I don't see the game, so there's that. I probably won't keep these, because I'm not really interested in that whole thing. Let's take a look at what else we've got in here. We've got a bunch of manuals. Mary-Kate and Ashley Crush Course. Ha ha ha. Rune Factory, a Final Harvest Moon manual. Bent. We've got Bejeweled Twist. Anyone remember that? 90s and 2000s craze. Hello Kitty Party. And we've got Demon Driver, Final Round Golf 2002, Sorry Aggravation, and Scrabble Jr., and we've got The Sims 2. None of those games have been included in this lot, just so you guys know. We've got 4 Wiimote silicone grip things so that, you know, you're not launching your Wiimote at the TV. Apparently people don't know how to hold on to things. A couple of them are slightly yellowed, a couple of them are kind of good. Not sure if they can be retro-brighted or not. Not a big deal. Starting to get to the end here. We've got a third-party GameCube controller, the SuperPad Pro by Interact. Feels good in the hand, but I'm not sure how good of a quality it is, because these third-party controllers were always crap back in the day. But we do have a couple of official GameCube controllers as well. Very dirty. This one's going to need a new rubber cap on it. Definitely cleaning. I'm not sure if it works at all. We have a second GameCube controller. Definitely needs a new cap. Needs it for both of them, it looks like. I've got two official GameCube controllers. One came with the console. One I picked up as part of the Super Smash Bros. Release for Switch. It is a GameCube controller though, and then I've got a couple of generics from back in the day. I also have this N64 controller with a very, very loose stick. There are replacements for this, and I believe they're even better than the originals were. And it looks like the memory pack and the rumble pack switch is broken. No way for me to test that because I don't have an N64. Alright, we also have an Xbox S-Type controller, which seems to be in good shape. It needs to be clean. I picked another one of these up a while back that I have yet to clean up and refurbish. It definitely needs a refurbishing though, because it is in bad shape, but at the very least I might be able to marry two controllers together and get one working one. And then I have a generic, unfortunately, NES controller, and it is an NES controller. It's got the plug and everything. Plastic is not good. The buttons do not feel good at all. D-pad is okay, but kind of bummed about that one, because when I first opened the box I thought I had an original one. But what I do have the original of, and it is the last thing in this box, is an official NES zapper with some kind of rattling sound. Oh. So it looks like this has been opened up before because there's a crack here, and I know the camera's not going to be able to get it. But there's supposed to be like a little glass piece, plastic piece right here, and it's not there. So things are rattling around in there because this is probably broken. So that's that. So here's the grand reveal of everything. Tons of stuff in here, but since most of this is broken, or at the very least needs to be taken apart and refurbished, it may not be worth, it to most people. As I said earlier, the reason I bought this was A, for the novelty, B, as part of an experiment, and C, to show off, what a typical lot on eBay could look like. Now again, I've bought lots before. If you remember, I got the Xbox 360E as part of a lot, came with a handful of games. Great deal. Just needed some cleaning, that's it. I had also picked up a full repair console lot that came with the original Xbox, two PS3s, one fat, one super slim, and a GameCube. And got the Xbox working, got the PS3 super slim working, so great value there. Still need to cover the PS3 fat and the GameCube, or not GameCube, the Wii, sorry. But overall, just with the first two consoles that I mentioned getting working, was worth it. But then I picked up a lot of full repair Game Boy Advance and Game Boy games, and the Game Boy game was just completely corroded inside. I never even released a video on it. I was going to, and it was just a giant mess. I may use the footage in the future. I may release a video in the future, we'll see. But it's going to need a lot of soldering to repair broken traces and things like that. And the 3 Game Boy Advance games, one worked just fine. The label was kind of torn a bit. The other 2 worked fine as well after cleaning, but they were knockoffs. They were not original cartridges, so basically repros. And it also came with a Pro Action Replay for the DS. Does not work at all, and I'm not going to be able to get that to work. So that lot, even though I only spent $5 on it total, probably not worth it in that case, although again it was only $5, so can't complain too much. When you're buying a lot on eBay, you're kind of taking a chance. If it says, full repair untested, well, here's an example of that. Again, these GameCube controllers here, they can be salvaged. I can get new caps for the sticks, give them a cleaning, and those 2 alone, if I can get them working in 100% shape, will be enough to cover this entire lot. So the Xbox S-Type controller, that is a good buy just for me, for my collection. Not worth $50, but if I paid, let's say, $10 for it, that'd be fine. As far as the games that it came with, this doesn't even work, which means we'll have to do a video on it, the Tweety's High Flying Adventure. This may end up being a dud too. Doesn't look like there's any corrosion inside that I can tell, but hard to see behind this label. The Shamu's Adventure for the GameCube, big deal. I bet you it's not worth anything. And then I've got the PSP games there, which I'm not going to keep because I'm not interested in the titles themselves, because I'm just not. So, and then I've got some of the Skylander stuff, which I'm not going to collect either. Everything else is just miscellaneous garbage, in my opinion. The adapters are kind of good to have, that's kind of neat. Yeah, so I wasted $50 basically, just, for this video here. And again, like I said, I do want to release a vlog type video at some point in the future. You know, lots in general can be a good deal. Like I said, I made those examples earlier, but you are kind of taking a risk there. If you buy a lot because you're looking for, you know, an entire collection, you know, like you want to build up, you want to start a PS3 collection, for example, lots can be a great way to do that, even if some of the games in that pile might not be to your liking, because you can always sell them, trade them in, and use the funds to buy what you actually want. And buying a, you know, dirty console needs to be, you know, maybe cleaned up, maybe some plastic pieces need to be replaced, but it works otherwise. It's not a bad idea either, unless you just want everything to work 100% right out the box. But buying these lots, you can, in some cases, save money and not have to fork over a fortune if you're willing to put some elbow grease into it. So this NES Zapper, for example, not going to do anything with it. The knockoff NES controller, garbage. I mean, I'm not going to be able to even sell it, so I'm just going to hold on to it. But manuals, for whatever reason, they're hit or miss as to whether or not you can get anything for them. Some of them are in really, really good shape, though. So we'll see. Others, not so much. So yeah, so there's this video here. Keep an eye out for, you know, a future video on trying to get this to work. Refurbing the S-Type controller, getting the GameCube controllers in tip-top shape if possible, so that we can, you know, either use them or sell them. And, you know, I mean, these types of videos, you know, where I can take apart a controller, clean it, what have you, are great just for like background when I'm doing like a vlog style video. So which this kind of was, but it wasn't. But it should give you an idea of what I kind of have planned in the future. So what do you guys think? Have you guys had any experiences with lots, either good or bad or mixed? Leave some comments down below. Otherwise, thanks all, and I will catch you later.